It's week 3 of the 2023 season, and we'll see Fred Warner, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks on Thursday night primetime.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Tonight, we kick off week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gunn here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
This morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll start out here with the option left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not on the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there.
Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
So coming on the road, they had the ball first, and even though they didn't get the touchdown, they do get the early lead here.
And even though it wasn't a touchdown, that field goal certainly quieted the crowd just a little bit. So you take that, move forward, and feel good about the outlook for the rest of the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. This is brought in at the 21. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Gets past one man. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And some space here.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
Down to the 42, 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice shot there, keeping the toes inbounds.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Well, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And a lane slow and materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Looking to throw.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Second and 4. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second and 6.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to bunt the football. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now back to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As no break needed, let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On second down, it's Walker.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, here in this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Defensively getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Oh, he's made him work for over half the game now. He's been the artful dodger back there, but there it is. Finally, they get to him for a sack and a big loss. Give credit to the defense for their tenacity to finally hang with it and get him down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, a heck of a move. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now, this is not a common sight where he runs to the open field and doesn't get away. This time, brought down for a big sack. As we said, normally, he gets outside the pocket and runs for nice yardage. Here, the exact opposite. They get him down for a double-digit loss.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They're going to look to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett.
And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A run now with a tight end fan.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Myers' kick is good. Cut the lead down to just 2.
It's only 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
When you're losing, any point you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
From the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here, and this is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a 4th quarter lead. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Oh, good move. And he gets this up to the 34. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? You might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This is a big 3rd down, and you have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down 15-13, a minute 40 remaining. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He's back to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to throw. Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 5. Scoring simply. 3-play drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He'll look to throw.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-2, and they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.